What
Southside
you eating?
I mean, Uncle Remus, boy, you know what that means. Always Remus. You know what I'm saying?
West Side.
Open the Remus. You know what I'm saying?
Open the
Open the
Remus.
Remus.
There you go, baby.
Remus over Harem. You know what I'm saying?
Hood Hierarchy. Live with Uncle Beats, your boy Burn Poe, aka Dada Man.
California, hey, you know, for everybody who be trying to count me out, just remember something. You can't count. See that? See that? You see them mountains? Them mountains.
Fellas, everybody listen. Don't trust these women family. Because every woman got some dude that's a family friend that been around for the longest, and the brothers will hang with you, the cousins, and they know about Derek.
Beats. Let me throw it at you. Do you know that one move could change a person's life? So let's say, for instance, your daughter goes to school and some girls calling her names, and she decides she's gonna go over and put one in their eye. She gets arrested, messes with her. Now she's not in that school anymore. They kick her out. It changed everything. So when we talk about raising kings and queens, I mean, we really got to prepare them for, you know, all those roadblocks and things that are out there. So that's what I really want to hear. But I do thank you for calling, man. I really, really appreciate hearing from you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, he hung up.
It can only be one king.
Oh,
Everybody can be a prince,
That's right.
but they can't all be the king.
it could be a lot of kings and queens.
No, it can't. It's
Well, he
one
said
king.
in the
I'm just pouring drink. I'm just a bartender.
Sage on side one, sunshine on side two, and somebody.
And you better answer it right because my brother sitting right past. The real one, the love comes first. But if you pick the right one, the money don't come afterwards. I know, that's right.
It's the hood hierarchy mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, in the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. And it's gonna go all the way down. So if you want us to be alright, hit that like. If you care, hit that shit. If you want it, leave a comment. If you really want us out the trap, always put something on that real hierarchy cash out. So let's go.
Zeno was our biggest episode.
We in the shop. We just came from getting the Polish, extra onion. Hood Hierarchy. They know that's you.
Yeah, that's
The
the
Hood
podcast.
Hierarchy.
That's the podcast.
Listen, give me my hat first. I need my merch. I need my Hood Hierarchy merch.
I'm gonna be there.
All right, give me my merch.
I got you.
All right, Hood Hierarchy. All right. Now I gotta shout them out because I've been asking for my merch.
I got you.
Hood Hierarchy, but you dig, like I'm in the Hood Hierarchy. You dig? I really pull up in real life, you know. But I want to salute you and give you blessings, bro, on your journey, bro, to the top. You dig? Meet me up there, nigga. I see you when I get there.
And check this out, y'all. It's your boy Benzino, right? And we talking the hood or we talking hood hierarchy? It's my man Uncle Beats. He in the building. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, pull up. It's your boy Benzino. Holla.
Coming showing the hood hierarchy, the real hood. Say that now, brother.
Say it ain't so, Valley.
And what kind of day is it?
It's a new day, mother. Say it ain't so, Valley. This money's yours.
Hey Uncle Beats, it's Maya sending you a big congratulations on your 100th episode of Hood Hierarchy.
Hey man, it's your boy Crutchy Black.
Hey. Y'all know what's up. Salute to everybody on Instagram is watching, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. But y'all know the rules. It's the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, in the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. If y'all want us to be all right, hit that like. If you care, hit that share. If you really own it, leave a comment. You want us to survive, hit subscribe. You want us to do well, hit that bell. And if you really want us out the trap, drop some on that Hood Hierarchy cash out. It's really about to go down like this one. I've been waiting to do this one, y'all. I've been waiting. It's been long in the works. So I'm gonna run the intro. Y'all still got a little time to get in here. I'm gonna run the intro, then we're just gonna get into it. So I'll see y'all in 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hood,
Okay.
hierarchy,
Let's
mob
go.
cast. Every single episode, man, we gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times.
Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money, throwing the concerts.
It's your boy, Project Pata, Hood Hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. And you rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling, I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
It's 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. Get the dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from Chi-Town, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
Well, what's happening? It's the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, Bow Bow Bow.
That's right. It's officially, it ain't just going up. Hold on. I don't like how my light looking. Hold on, y'all. Give me some more light. No, that make my TikTokers feel the way. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I usually say it's going down, but it's going up. Because I got somebody here who, one of my people, I rocks with him all the way, support what he's doing, and fortunately, he supports what I'm doing. So this guy here, he straight out of Chi-Town. He been through a lot of stuff that we could say people, trials and tribulations people go through in the streets, people go through in life, and that's why his name is the one and only life coach. CW is in the building.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Hood Hierarchy, man.
Man, I'm glad to have you, man. Glad to have you.
Man, it's always, I'm definitely always appreciative and honored to be on the show with you. I respect all that you do, definitely, as far as the hood, as far as keeping it gunning and giving the men, just giving the men a platform and hey, and making stars yourself. You know, that's how I see it. You know, shoot, you make stars. You've been making stars. You know, a lot of these podcasts don't do that. A lot of these podcasts, they go regurgitate the same old people, the same old thing, and they never get back to the people. They never get back to the hood. They never get back to the people who really made it possible for them to be where they at right now. You know, they forget about them. You know, that's my gripe with these podcasts. But that's why I respect Hood Hierarchy. That's why I follow you. Hey, you there for the people. You in the hood. You really in the hood. You really going to the hood. You really stomping the yards, stomping the streets with the people. You want to hear what the people talking about. And like my man said, hey, that's the hierarchy. You know,
the hierarchy. And you know what? People don't understand. Like you, right? You always support me. You always tag me in something. And I don't get to tag. I don't get to do that for everybody to do it for me. But I be trying to tell people, like, they be so worried about who supports them and stuff. Like, people just gonna support you. You don't even have to. You don't have to beg them for the support, but you do let them know you appreciate it because people are gonna support you. I get 1 million views, 300,000 views, 1,000 views, 50 views. I don't know who all these people be. People be so focused on what they friends and family ain't doing for them, and that ain't even important. Just do your part. Just keep dropping content. Like you got stuff on you just overworking. I'm glad I got you here, man. You just doing you got a whole thing going on Instagram and and YouTube, which is God Bless the Real, that I don't see on your Facebook like that. I see a whole nother set of reels on your Facebook, and guess what? You need to put them on your YouTube and Instagram too, because that's what you. All it takes is one to catch on, then it's just gonna take off. So that's what it's about: dropping the content. People don't drop the content and wonder why they don't see no results. You know, it's like you gotta do it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And y'all stuff with. What's your who your co-host on God Bless the Real?
Oh, the Queen, Leslie Stephens. We call her the Queen. My business is called Created by Queen. So you go to createdbyqueen.com. Go ahead and get my shout out right now to createdbyqueen.com. Get all your natural, luxurious body care products. It's all natural, made by us. The Queen been in dermatology for the last 25 years. She's work hand in hand with skin cancer doctor every single day. Products are all natural. Hey, we don't have no chemicals in it. Black soap, body butters, oil, shaving cream. And you see me, I'm shining. You know, that's because of the Queen.
Smelling good.
So you know, that's because, and it's just not from the products, but it's just a healthy lifestyle, just a healthy way of life, eating right, exercising, putting natural products on your body. So you know, it's just a lifestyle.
Okay. Well, if this is y'all first time here, because y'all been under the rock or playing with you know, just figure it out. But don't think I'm being rude to my guests if I go read the comments and salute the people in the comments. Salute to my guy, Conut in the building, Corey Conut, right? My partner, Hood Hierarchy's on. He said salute to you. And definitely we gonna get into your business. So y'all gotta understand what I love about this guy. Me and him, we sit up and talk with. He know not to call me unless he ain't got nothing to do. Because if he called me, we gonna talk for 2 hours. Because he just got so much. Like I say this about everybody, I know, but he gonna have to come back, y'all. Because there's no way possible we can get his story in an hour and get his take on all the current topics. Because he's on top of all the current topics because he's a podcaster. So he's on top of all the current stuff. So I want to ask you this. I saw somebody, they was on oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why his name ain't hear me. I'm so sorry. But he was on another podcast that I work with called the Connect Work earlier. And he said, I want to know what you think. He said some OGs are 15 years old. And he said it's because they take care, some of them are taking care of their family. And I said OG can't be 15 years old, but I want to know what you think about that.
You said an OG could be 15 years old?
Yeah, he said you got some OGs that's 15 years old. What do you think about that?
I think that's disrespect to the real OGs. You know, the men who really have paved the way for the men. That's total disrespect. You ain't as far as the OG at 15 years old, you still learning, you still educating yourself. You're really still immature to a lot of degrees. I do know that I can get what he's talking about, but I believe that person would be speaking from a perspective of, you know, financial. Somebody might be hustling, getting a lot of money, things of that nature. But as far as matured, as far as guiding the family correctly, as far as, you know, coming into the light, getting on spiritual path, independent economic growth, political, social development, you know, those things, you have to travel the road. And then, you know, once you travel the road, the OGs, they hand them jewels back to you, and you can learn from them, and they you the guide, you know. So Never would I'm going to say a 15-year-old is, is an OG. That's going to be disrespectful to the OGs, the real ones,
I feel what you're saying because now, first of all, my brother moved out when he was 16, never came back. When I say he never came back, he never moved back in with my mom and dad. But he went and started his family, took care of his family, got him a job. But that ain't make him no OG. You got people that's 70 years old and ain't no OG. So I told him, I told them earlier, I say, OG has to have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, bottom line, or they can't
First and
show
foremost.
nobody nothing. And a 15-year-old couldn't possibly have that. They might think they do, but they couldn't possibly have it. So yeah, I wanted to see what you think. I'm a jump into something that you was talking about. Y'all gonna love this, right? Because he don't play. But first, let me send a shout out to some people. We got y'all got excuse me. I caught a cold yesterday. We got Jane Doe, one of my homies from Peoria. She's under Jane Doe. She said, "Hey Chuck." Then we got
They know me as Chuck. They definitely know me as Chuck now.
Yeah, she said, "Hey Chuck," so she know you. Then Martha Owens, one of my new favorite content creators, she said, "Hey," salute to you too, Martha. So what I want to ask you, because I watch all your stuff, right? I watch it all, right? See, people don't think I go do my homework on them, even if it's one of my homies like you. I still be talking to people for hours and doing the research, especially if they got a big story. So I saw something you said, and I went and got one. What do you think about the COVID shot?
I had seen you put that in the when you sent me what you sent me. I seen the title said something about COVID.
Right.
And I said, we're gonna be speaking about COVID, but nevertheless, what exactly is your question? What exactly are you want? Do you want to know?
What do you think about the COVID shot? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, the COVID shot definitely was a bad thing for our people. The COVID shot contains fetus, basically dead kids. Basically dead kids. That was the part. That's the one of the chemical makeup was the fetus. In that.
No, I ain't know was because I just got one Friday. They still doing it. I just want to finish that. That was so. What you say it said it?
So yeah, the fetus stem cells is in the COVID vaccine. Nevertheless, what the COVID vaccine did was when my thing was just this. It's like this. The government came on the TV. The government did never come on. The government or your doctor never come knock on your door and say, hey, they never come knock on your door and get you and say, hey, we believe you to be sick and we think you should take this vaccine. The government came and they promoted this through the news. They promoted this through doctors and people they had that was promoting this and marketing this to the people, saying, hey, you should take this vaccine to give you a level of protection. It doesn't cure you of anything. It doesn't really do nothing, but it gives you a level of protection. Furthermore, what the COVID did is when they shoot this vaccine in you, if you have any underlying illness, whether you can have high blood pressure, you can have arthritis, you can have whatever. What it begins to do is bolster your underlying illnesses and bring them along and rush them along faster, which rush along your death quicker. And so when they promoted this vaccine to the people, they didn't have any really scientific backing behind this. They hadn't went through years of research and had tried it on the rats and tried it on different people and seeing how it worked and what would be over the course of years. What would happen.
They didn't have time to.
Exactly. So in those cases, what they did is they scared the people, they manipulated the people, And then they shot majority of us up with that vaccine, and a lot of people wind up passing away. A lot of our family members began to pass away out of nowhere. Suddenly, everybody began to get sick. Suddenly, all of a sudden, high blood pressure, knee problems, arthritis problems, back problems, whatever type of issue you might have. You find that you start going to the doctor more than usual. You start finding yourself.
Did it make anybody turn into a cheater? I started cheating on my woman because of the COVID shot.
I don't know what to be anything as far. I don't know as far as how it really operated on the mind, the mental.
I think I just told you the COVID shot turned me to a cheater. Once I took that shot, baby, forgive me, take me back. The shot did it. If it can do all that other stuff, it can turn you into a cheater. But now, for real though, I'm let me read some of these comments because you got a lot of them. Hold on. We got Martha said, I got it 2 years ago. The shot, LOL. And Jane Doe said, yes, that's my religious exemption at work, and I'm not taking it. My boy Tony Stuckey in the building said, yes, sir.
T Stuckey.
T Stuck.
T Stuck down in Atlanta now, I believe, 360.
P-Town. P-Town's on.
306. It's 306. The club 306 you starring in?
I don't know. I talked to him last week. That's my guy for sure. But y'all gotta excuse me because I definitely caught a cold. Because I
took the COVID shot.
I took the COVID shot.
Yeah.
Ever since I took the COVID shot, see, this is the thing.
My dad took the COVID shot. My dad took the COVID shot. Then my dad, when I came home from federal prison after doing 20 years, I came home. My dad held me down for 20 years in federal prison. When I come home, I get immediate release in 2019, and my dad don't even know I'm home. My mom don't know I'm home. Nobody know I'm home. I get put on the streets. Oxford kicked me out the federal prison. Told me, hey, you're gonna
Hold on, let me live on TikTok before you. I gotta tell y'all something. Hold on. I don't want to lose my TikTok messing with this life coach. Oh, hold on. So I just got a message from TikTok, right? And they just said, I got several violations for misinformation. I've never got before. I get on here and talk about people who were selling this, doing that, fights, whatever. Never have I got that message. So y'all think they ain't paying attention, and y'all think it ain't that deep, but stuff be that deep. Now I definitely COVID almost killed me. I was in a coma, everything.
Yeah, so, I was in. I got very sick. I got very sick as well. Right when I came home from prison, I got very, very sick. I was like one of the first ones with COVID. Like I was like in the up echelon.
So was you on the respirator too, or you was just real sick?
No, I was just. I could have went on one, but I just didn't go in. I just fought it. They did contact me. I never had a doctor. I never had a doctor or nurse call my house and tell me, hey, we would come to your house. We would actually come to your house and give you the shot. I'm like, no, you're not coming to my house to give me nothing. You're not shooting nothing up in this body. Hey, if it's meant for me to go, then hey, by the will and the permission of the Most High, then naked is the world I came, naked is the world I'm going to leave. But you're not shooting nothing up in the body.
The shot went out. The shot went out when I called it though. But I admit,
no, the shot wasn't. Yeah, the shot was out then. Yeah, the shot was out. No, the
I
shot.
Take medicine, though.
No,
I didn't want to take no medicine.
Yeah,
but I
just with the COVID shot, I as I said, I just don't. The COVID shot haven't proven to be worthy of protecting the people. The COVID shot haven't displayed nothing of health and wellness for the people. The COVID is no evidence of this. It's just no evidence in that. In fact, President Biden gave Dr. Fauci a blanket pardon, on the fact that they understand that the COVID vaccine wasn't well for the people. So that's why he actually gave him the pardon, because when it actually comes out, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's investigations going on right now. We could do minimal research and can find that it's investigations going on behind this vaccine. You know, this is not.
I just wanted y'all to see how deep he was. That's why he talks this stuff about. He go this deep about every single topic on his podcast. If you talk about wiping your butt, he gotta you better be careful because he know a better way. He gonna say, he had to say, so that's why I should only use Sherman. Like, whoa, I didn't know. And of course, I'm exaggerating with that, y'all. But how do you just become knowledgeable on all these things that you're knowledgeable
on? Just from research. From in federal prison. That's all I had. That's all I was into, was just researching and reading, and before I say something, I mean, really because of growth and development, because you just can't just jump out there and say any old thing, and then you don't know what you're talking about. And then somebody fact check you, and you be like, wait a minute, now you don't know what you're talking about. So I am into a lot of research. And then I'm just not into anybody telling me any old thing.
Okay, you just said, speaking of fact check, see, I let you sit here, but I can't show you favoritism because you're my homie. But since you mentioned it, we screen everybody that comes on Hood Hierarchy. So with that being said, what city and state are you from?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, West Side, Trumbull and Douglas, 16th and Holman, K-Town, Washington. So that's my stomping grounds all my life, still right now to this moment.
You know what? The spots you just named on the West Side, I never really.
I'm in Ohio.
Okay. I never really messed around. Washington, you used to go through there and get you some good weed, but I never really went no high rise project type dude. But it was 16th Street was like coming from the South Side to 16th Street was like going out of town to me. It was like a whole you could just ride down 16th Street and meet women and meet people all day long. 16th Street.
Then I grew up. Then I alternated from the West Side to the South Side. 76 and Damon.
76 and Damon. Yeah.
My grandmama lived out. She peace be upon her. She passed along. But my big mama lived on 2050 West 76th Street. So I was out there, a lot. Wow. So that's how I.
So how different was the West Side and the South Side back then to you?
Like night and day.
Night and day.
The South Side. I mean, I felt like the South Side was the suburbs to me. Compared to where I live, that out west. So I was like, well, this is suburbs out here with my big mom and them stay right here on 76 and Damon, all in this area, So I'm like, well, but then I realized, no, it looked better.
Ain't that Killer Waters?
Yeah, that's why I say it looked better, but it's more, it's more serious out here.
I always felt like the West Side was the country, but
man,
serious too.
What do you mean by the country?
Everybody from the West Side was country. I felt like I was in Mississippi when I was on the West. The way they talked, the way they was wearing them curls and stuff, it was just different. But I really didn't get focused on money until I started messing with the West Side. The West Side was a different animal when it came to. I'm just talking about for me on my time. It's just like out south, we was straight about gang banging. Out west, like if you weren't making no money, nobody really cared what you was doing. Like you could go around there, mess with all the women, do whatever you want. Nobody would bother you until you decide you're gonna start making some money. Now we want to know who you with. That's how it was back when
I would agree with that assessment. That's accurate. I would agree with that.
What's that? Shout out to J Rock Tough Guy, y'all. 309 is in the building. Love back to you, bro. So now with that being said, well, you've been gone a while. We finna get into that. So it don't matter if it's present or past. If somebody needed something to eat on the West Side, what would you send them to? What was the spot?
Somebody needs something to eat on West Side. I'm gonna send them. Of course, I'm gonna send them to Uncle Remus out the gate. You know, I'm sending them to Uncle
Well,
Remus.
somebody you like. I don't want you to. Now send them to nothing nasty. I mean somebody you care about. You wouldn't send
Right.
nobody you care about to Uncle Remus, would you? I'm just playing. Nah. Uncle Remus,
Hey,
though.
don't
You
do
know,
what. I'm going to Uncle Remus. I'm going. I mean, you talking about fast food or just what you talking about,
nah,
man?
Uncle Remus is official. Uncle Remus.
Okay,
I can't.
Uncle
I can't
Remus.
hate.
Oh, and then if I just got to get gutter street where I just come up from, I'm going to Star Guy Road right on the corner on Roosevelt and Holman. I'm gonna get them a shout out.
Now I'm serious. Now you don't like somebody if you tell them to go on Roosevelt and Holman to get something to eat.
Yeah,
Okay.
Roosevelt and Holman, Star Guy Road, or
take the police with y'all. When y'all go over there, take the police with y'all.
or Dave Polishes on
What is that?
Roosevelt and Homer, right down the street from Star Guy Road. Dave Polishes been
Oh,
down,
across from the building,
right across from Walgreens, right across the street.
Okay.
Dave Polish is the best Polish is probably on the west side of Chicago. They black owned.
Better than Maxwell's.
Way better than Maxwell. Way better than Maxwell. Maxwell don't have nothing on Dave's Polishes.
Okay.
You
teaching me something. Okay.
Yeah,
let's move on. Let's move on to more hood stuff. More hood stuff.
Yeah.
More stuff. I'm gonna hit you with something that I never hit nobody with, but since I always do like your top 3 rappers and all this, dead or alive, who are 3 hood legends that you remember? You looking at like me? It was my cousin Dinky, Dollar Bill, G Ken, people like that. Who was 3 big timers that you saw really got to it out there?
Man,
and not even if they was getting money, just respected in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good. That's those. It's 3 and 3, getting money 3 and then 3.
You know what?
I
you want to give it.
Yeah, because that's a hard. You put me in a tight situation right there.
Just give me 3 that you said, man. Yeah, dude did his thing.
I'm gonna give you 3 that I believe as far as money wise, and I'm gonna give you 3 just regular stomp hard street men, guys who didn't care nothing about no money, but
right, exactly.
So first and foremost, I'm gonna give you 1, my dad, CW, Charles, CW, Norman CW. I'm gonna give you that one. It's the second one as far as money wise. You said dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you Johnny Mark, Black Gangster of Douglas and Christiana. As far as the money wise, and I'm gonna give it to that had that money. And then the last one he a vice lord, and that was I'm just gonna get to you who took care of Kevin Garnett. I'm gonna say Bebe. He's still alive. Bebe's still alive, so I'm gonna get to Bebe. As far as just stomp down real street ends, first and foremost, of course, Mr. Larry Hoover. Anybody that could hold a position and hold leadership while incarcerated. Hey, I definitely got to salute and give my hats off to Mr. Larry Hoover. He ain't had nothing to do with no money, ain't had nothing to do with none of that. It had Mr. Larry Hoover. It is what it is. Just leadership, just strength, just respect, just honor. Secondly, I give it to a lot of men probably gonna give me a hit on this one, but I'm just keep it real. And on Calvin Clark, Little C, off washing off, just straight. Hey, he don't care. He was just about that life, you know. And he's still around right now. And last but not least, um, last but not least, I'm gonna still give it to Pops. R.I.P. I'm sure you will, Pop.
So definitely sounded real hood to me. He sounded hood, y'all, but we ain't done with him. What's your favorite hood movie?
My favorite hood movie will be, oh man, that's a tight one there too. But hood movie shit. That's hood, but I my favorite hood movie. I just think I think it's watered down now, but I still like it. But it's still like that, and I mean, it just is what it is. I'm just gonna hit it. It's between New Jack City. It's three of them: New Jack City, Belly, and Bout It, Bout It.
Now you got to pick one.
So I'm gonna give it to. So my favorite hood movie. I'm gonna just go ahead and go with Bout It. I'm gonna just go ahead and go with Bout It, Bout It.
Nobody ever threw Bout It in there. I forget. Bout It is up there with them. Wow. You just
I'm gonna go with
that being said, people. Now you know what? He still ain't out the water. Favorite rapper or rap group? Just give me one.
Just one?
You can give me just one. And well, you can give me a top three. I usually sit that. Give me a top three. You did it to yourself.
Okay, the first one, of course, the GOAT. He got the mic. He got the mic wrapped around his arm. I'm gonna give it to him just cause hey, that's who I came up with, and that's who he's still around. I haven't nobody challenged him yet. I don't think nobody really could challenge him. LL Cool J.
I was about to say they didn't try, but they lost.
Yeah, LL Cool J won.
Okay.
And then of course I'm gonna have to give it, you know, I'm gonna give it to Mr. Scarface, Mr. Scarface.
Hey,
and then my last but not least, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Tupac Shakur. So
I would have to say real solid with that. So y'all see hood. I'm not gonna get up anymore because I get to talking to you and we won't get nothing. We'll miss too much stuff, man. Because I could talk. Let's talk about this little Dirt case, right? But before you speak on the little Dirt case, tell us how much time you did, just so they can understand why you can talk about this.
So first and foremost, I was sentenced to 30 years in the Central District of Illinois, which is Peoria, Illinois, and I was sentenced to 30 years in Peoria, Illinois, for distribution of crack cocaine, selling crack cocaine to my own peoples. I did exactly 20 years, and I was sentenced to 30 years because I was sentenced to 30 years. Of course, I took the federal government to trial. My trial lasted 2 days. I was found guilty. I went in the end. I wound up doing 20 years flat. I was released 2019, July 17, 2019, by the president, Mr. Donald Trump.
Hold on. Pause. Now I get a lot of flack from people like this, right? But it's like people like you, my guy Bible, my guy Tom. Like I could name about 20 people that I know Donald Trump pardoned, right? How does that make you feel about Donald? A lot of people say that know nothing. How did that make you feel about him?
How did that make me feel about Mr. Donald Trump?
Yes.
Regarding what?
Personally. I mean, with his views on how he run in the country. How did that make you feel about him?
As far as the way Mr. Donald Trump, I don't know what you mean by the way he running the country, but
I want to know, how do you feel about Donald Trump? People always tell me stuff about Donald Trump, right? and I say like, hey, the people that Clinton put in jail and the ones that Obama didn't help stay there, Donald Trump let them out. So I really don't see him as a racist as they say. But what do you think though?
No, I don't see. Let me be clear on this. I'm not gonna never. I don't believe no man, me nor you, we're gonna agree with everything. No matter what you do, no matter what I do, I don't think you're gonna agree with everything I do. And if you do, I'm not gonna respect you anyway, because there ain't no way you're gonna agree with everything I do. That's just not gonna happen. And I'm not going into it like that. So, as Donald Trump, as the President of the United States of America, do I agree with everything he have done, all his decisions? No. If I have been a leader, I have been in a leadership position. I know it's hard to call it down. I know it's not easy calling it down. I know, hey, some decisions are not going to always be popular. It is what it is, and it just got to get called down. I know that from being part of the organization. I know that from being part of Mr. Larry Hoover. I know that from being in federal prison 20 years. So by me being in a leadership position and have been in a leadership position, given to me through the organization, I understand the hardship of having to making different decisions and have to call it down. President Trump, whatever gripes people have with him on whatever decisions they have, hey, I'm gonna always roll Mr. Donald Trump. There's no way I could just go against. It's just no way I could just go against him. As you said, we had a black president, supposed to have been the first black president. I don't call him the first black president, and he wasn't. He's not a native of Chicago. He's not from Chicago. He's never been from Chicago. He's not rooted in Chicago. The Obama family is not from Chicago. He's an imposter in Chicago. He was never from the Argyle Gardens projects. He's never a civil rights activist down in our communities. That's all fraud. So with that said, he never reached for the people. He never looked out for his own people. If he's from Chicago, President Obama, the community of a president, any president any president has always went back to their own state and city. Biden went back to Pennsylvania, where he from. Bush went back to Texas. All the former presidents, Clinton went back to where he had down south. He went back down south, Arkansas. So President Obama, he didn't come back to Chicago, Illinois. And every president that we have had has done something for their own communities. You can't go to no president to the state where a president at in the community is in shambles. That's just not so. So that alone, Chicago haven't had no economic upliftment behind having a president behind so-called having a president from there. So with that said, I respect Donald Trump for understanding that, hey, black men and women have been mass incarcerated here. It's been black men and women in jail for small amounts of crack cocaine for drug cases that had life sentences, 30 years, that's been there forever. Obama came in, a black man came in and didn't do nothing for his people. He did pass the First Step Act. No, I'm sorry. He did pass the Fair Sentencing Act.
Eric Holder was the one pushing for that, though.
Yeah, Eric Holder pushed for
was the one pushing for that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's really when he
Act, but it wasn't fair. Yeah. I mean, you passed the Fair Sentencing Act, but it wasn't fair because it didn't help no one prior to or who had crack cases before he passed the Fair Sentencing Act. Right. So majority of men with crack cases still laid their language there for another decade, which was me, Bible, Crusher, everybody, all of us, even the old man, language there, for another decade.
Eric Holder is the one who said before he left, he made him change that. What was it? The ratio of crack to
to 20 to 1 to 20 to 21. Yeah. So it's still racial discriminatory because you still need cocaine in order to make crack. So it's supposed to be by law, by just supposed to be 1 to 1. Because you can't have crack.
But in 2013 they changed it, right? Was that 2013?
2010.
2010. I just remember when I was fighting my fair case, because I did 6 hard months. But I remember people were coming back. What?
It's 6 hard months.
6 hard months. But
dealing with the Freddie Rallies. Hey, that is accurate. 6 hard months when you're dealing with the federalities.
6 hard months.
With the federalities, when they come get you, if they come get you 1 month, you feel like it was 10 years. Like, man, I'm so thankful.
I'm finna ask you a real question, right? For real. And I don't want the regular answer, right? I really want, like, because somebody asked me this before, because I was facing life, right? What is it like to be facing life and not snitch on nobody? Like, how do you make up your mind to, like, man, I'm just not finna tell nobody? How do you do that?
I mean, for me, I guess I call myself an L7. I mean, the reason I say that, reason I call myself an L7, because, you know, I really believe I'm a Gemini, so when I join up with something, I'm loyal to it. I mean, I just, you know, I believe if I'm rolling with you, I just believe in it. You know, so I always believe when I ran street life, I believed in the street life. I believed in the street code. I believe, yeah, you out here running these streets, doing what you're doing, and you get caught up on some bull crap. If y'all doing something together, and you, hey, ain't no telling, you better take your way to go on about your way. I mean, that's how it came up. That's what I knew. That's what the OGs that was coming home from state prison, you know, that's what it was. That's what I always heard, you know, that's what I always understood it to be. So when I did catch the federal case, first and foremost, I didn't know nothing about no federal, so I didn't even know I was looking at no doggone 30 years of life sentence. You know, I thought, well, you know, you don't give me 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, you know, whatever. Hey, all the little dirt I done, you know, I probably got that coming up. I tell everyone, if I had to sentence myself out of all the dirt I did in the streets, then I'm going to be hard on myself. And I don't even think did that much dirt. But if I just got to be hard on myself, they just say all the dirt you did, everything in your closet, nigga, how much time do you think you deserve? You know, fresh off the street.
I don't want people to think I'm cutting you off either, but they have to understand we are on a time frame too. But I want to ask you this, right? I read your case. Now, I'm not going to say people names and stuff, right? But when you read that paper and you saw the people really wore wires on you, like on a movie, like, how did that make you feel?
Oh, I was shocked. I didn't even think that stuff really. At my age, you know, I'm 22 years old, man. I'm like, shoot, they wearing wires on pole over me. You know, hey, I'm around here selling some good drugs in the hood, man. I ain't doing nothing to such an extent you need to be wearing some wires on me and trying to, you know, tap the phone and, you know, come for me, you know. But unfortunately, I was just shocked, you know, to be honest with you. You know, I was shocked. You know, the whole ordeal was just shocking. I guess to answer your question fully, from your initial question, the whole ordeal is just shocking. So I think you just be in a state of shock, and I really don't. I really didn't come to until they actually gave me the 30 years, and I really still, even when they gave me the 30 years, I wasn't even worried about the 30 years. At that point, I was just worried about, because I had never been to state joint. So at that point, I was just worried about like what prison look like for me. You know, how does that look? What do y'all supposed to do? You know, how am I going to live here? Who going? You know, how do you live for 30 years somewhere in the prison? You know,
let me ask you this, because I catch a lot of flack over this, right? I catch a lot of flack over this. I tell people, I say, hey, I don't have no problem with somebody snitching. I just have a problem when they come back around and act like they didn't snitch. Like, just say like, hey, I was weak. I'm not one of them guys that could stand up and be a man. Now, am I wrong? Is that a wrong way to look at somebody being a snitch?
I took that approach too as well. I did. I took that approach while I was in prison. I had the same approach. But I frown upon a man. Okay, if you snitch, cool. Don't just tell me you snitch. Tell me your situation, and you know, and then hey. But my thing is, if you snitch and you didn't want no problems, you got jammed up, and they was gonna, you know, lock your mom up. These stories to tell you gonna come for my mom, or you know, I didn't have nothing to do with nothing, man. I was just the middleman, man. I wasn't out there like that. And you give me your sympathy story, cool, fine and dandy. Because a lot of people, you know, was in the way. A lot of people, you know, didn't know what they was getting into, didn't know the whole ordeal, and hey, I got to give you that one pass. But if you go back out there and get back in indulging and start snitching down, I have a problem with you. Now, you know, now you was lying to me. Now, you know, the first time you could have just got caught up in the rapture, but
Right.
You get back out here doing the same thing, and I see you come back to federal prison. I see you again. You back up in here. Then okay, now go on to the hole.
You're a total piece of trash. But let me ask you this though, for real. I felt like you really get to know how you built when they tell you facing life in prison. Would you say so?
I don't. You really know how you built.
Meaning like how strong you are. Like right there, when they told me I was facing life, I'm like, that's rock and roll. But I seen other people facing traffic tickets and start crying.
Yeah. This is like when you're in federal prison, the men that got life in, like me, life in 30 years, the men to tell you, they be like, coach, life coach, CW, you be moving around here like you going home tomorrow. I'm content. I'm at peace. They can lock my body up. Mr. Larry Hoover, I looked at Mr. Larry Hoover, Mr. Larry Hoover was gone forever. He ruled with an iron fist behind the walls, so I know men to do this. I know this has been done in life. I look at my forefathers. I look at the real OGs. Say, hey, they ain't done this. Hey, my own people have done this. So I know men that lived this life in prison and ruled with an iron fist from behind here and was free mentally. So I know this. That don't escape me. So it could be done. So when I was looking at a life sentence,
how you think the Dirk case is looking? How you think it's looking for him from what you know so far?
As far as
does he have a chance?
I called him Mustafa because he did change his name to Mustafa, just for the record, for the people who don't understand this to be. He's now Muslim. He's studying Islam, just for people to understand to give a context to all of this. So he has sought to repent for his sins. He has sought to, get on the path. As far as how it's looking for him, it's not looking good for Mr. Dirk Banks or Mustafa. It's just not looking good for him up under the federal situation. And it's not looking good only because who he signed those contracts with frowned upon Islam. Those record executives, those Jewish record executive people that he signed his contract with frowned upon Islam. They don't respect Islam. He signed that contract up on the Lil Durk. He signed that contract to promote drill music. He signed that contract to promote, a violent way of life to his own people. And when he chose to go against that, and when he chose to go a different direction, only then when they came with this indictment. They've been knew Lil Durk had been doing what he'd been doing because, hey, that's what they wanted him to do. That's what he had to promote. So it wasn't until his dad came home and got him on the path of the Most High. And when you get on the path of the Most High, you have to go through the fire. You have to go through the cleansing. So it's not looking good for him. It's not that it's not looking good for him. It's all bad for him, because he gonna lose his federal case. He gonna lose. It's still looking good for him because he's on the path of the Most High. He's on the path of God. So with that said, he's still going to shine. He's still going to rise up. He's still going to be who he's going to be. Allah is going to allow him to shine and rise up.
And back to what you just said about him changing his energy. I mean, Larry Hoover said it in the 90s. He said, you can sell all the stuff you want, kill all the Negroes you want, but once you go positive, the Fed's gonna get you. And I didn't even realize that with Dirk until you just pointed that out. He was doing all the positive stuff. That's when they got him.
Yeah.
And I said that on the video in 2003. As soon as you go in the positive direction, they don't make it easy for you. That's for sure.
So the federal government has tightened their grips on Dirk Banks. As you know, Dirk Banks he have lost all his motions. The courts, the federal government has won all their motions. They have allowed all the evidence in the King Von shooting, the Rondo Quando shooting. They have allowed all the majority of the lyrics in now. All the lyrics they have allowed. A mountain of evidence that it's like I give you the example. The best example I give you is like him walking up a hill in an ocean of water running down on him.
But like with all these black celebrities and people who are poets getting these Fed cases, right? Do you see this as like the equivalent to back when they used to get the strongest slave and whoop him in front of everybody to keep him in line? Like, is that the same? Is that the same thing now?
I don't see a lot of people. I don't see a lot of celebrities. Nobody fighting no Fed case. The only person I see fighting a Fed case right now is Mr. Dirk Banks. I don't see no rapper around here fighting no Fed cases. These rappers, these fake drill rappers ain't around here fighting no Fed cases. And all these podcaster dudes who even talking about Dirk Banks and how Dirk Banks in their mouth ain't never fought the feds, ain't never been around the feds, ain't been in no federal courtroom or none of that. You know, they're not even qualified to be talking about these matters because you know they never fought the federal government. They don't know what they're talking about. They, like you said, they don't know nothing about fighting no, looking at no life sentence. They don't know looking at no 30 years. They don't know nothing about these type of things. So, you know, people quick to talk about these matters, but when you get, you know, when the federal government come and knock on your door, it's a different story. So ain't nobody fighting these drill rappers. It's the only drill rapper I know right now that's fighting the Fed case is Mr. Dirk Banks. All these.
No, you're 100% right. And when you break it down like that, I put like P. Diddy in that because he's not a drill rapper. He never said he was tough. But everybody said he was a rat. Didn't tell him nobody. I can't say that about a lot of these drill rappers just with a state case. Look at the Thug case. Bunch of people told on a state case. So yeah, you're right. It is what the music industry lets them put out these fake facades.
Yeah, look, and take Thug case. Take Thug case for instance. Thug didn't go federal first and foremost. He had a state RICO case. And let's just take these supposed to be real street dudes and hood dudes and men from the streets and supposed to be these type of men. Thug bowed out. Thug didn't take them people all the way. Thug went and took a 20-year, plea bar. 20 years on papers,
They think he won. He did not win, like you just said.
He didn't win anything. He didn't fight those people. He didn't go all the way. He didn't go bankrupt. The only people that I know right now that fought the feds, the only celebrities that I know that I heard of, the first one that I know about, that you know about, is Murder Inc. Murder Inc. was the first people that went hard and fought them people. Now, other than that,
was telling them yesterday that I was talking to. Well, I talked to Chris Gotti about it too, but I talked to Irv Gotti about it. Rest in peace. And he said, "Yeah, it was." He's like, "It was easy for 50 to win the rap war because they had us fight for our life against the feds.
Yeah.
Like, who got to worry about selling some records when they're trying to take all my money to fight them?" So yeah,
and that's what the federal government seek to do. They seek to bankrupt you. They want your money. They want to bank. They want all their money back. The record executives, all these people, they want all their money back. Then whatever they don't get back, they want in the commissary. Hey, you get your commissary, you get in the phone. We're gonna pay for this phone. You're gonna pay for this commissary. You're gonna pay for these core links. You're gonna pay for sending this money on wires here and there. You're gonna give us that money back. That's how they see it.
Just for opening your mouth. So
yeah. So Murder Inc., Lil Durk. That's the only two people I know. I don't know nobody else. I mean, if you know some these big drill rappers that's fighting, besides the regular hood nigga,
I didn't think that all the drill rappers tap on out and people get you're right. So let me ask you this, right? Before told y'all he gonna have to come back because he can just get on here and just talk about current topics with me. Y'all see that? So I gotta ask you this. How did you become the life coach CW? And what made you get into the podcasting world?
Two quick questions. That's good. Those are good questions. One, I was in McKean, the Dream Federal Prison. They call it the Dream, McKean, the Dream Federal Prison. I was there up on the growth and development. I was practicing growth and development, and I was practicing Islam at the time, rolling with the Nation of Islam at the same time. A lady named Dr. Ritter and a warden came. I want to say Bobby Meeks from out of Chicago. I think his father, Reverend Meeks, off the south side of Chicago, came and he introduced a lot of new programs. He allowed Dr. Ritter come in to start the program, the life coaching program. She said she would get scholarships to men who wanted to take the program. They was looking for men who didn't have no that only had good records in prison. I didn't have no good record in prison. I had been, I had been in the hole several times. I had been running, stuff in the yard, running with the GDs. So my thing was, hey man, y'all look for perfect people. The people that need help is the people at the bottom. People like me who've been, who running around here doing what they doing, and need to understand what life coaching is. If it's something positive, it's something that's gonna give me a career path, then I think anybody should be given a chance. They agreed, gave me a shot, and I took the first courses. Then I was granted the scholarship. I grew into becoming an accountability life coach. I graduated from the institution of life coaching at Ohio by Dr. Ritter, who is the owner of the school. So that's how I became a life coach there, by the prison seeking to instrument new programming into the prison, and that's how I got into life coaching.
Wow, so you didn't just call yourself that because it sounds like something slick. You really went to school and studied for this.
Yeah, I went to school for this. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
I thought you was.
No, that's not. No, a lot of men think that. One of the men, one of my good friends said the same thing to me. He's like, you calling yourself a life coach? Cause you just calling yourself a life coach? I'm like, ho, man. I just like me calling myself a GD. Ain't never ran the streets, man. Come on, man. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't just come up with no little slick stands, and I'm not even that type of person. I don't just say slick stuff and making myself sound slick. I frown upon, some slick saying, and that's if you know me, that's not who I am. I'm not just I'm life coach because I've been running the streets all my life, so I'm a coach at that. No, this is a real career path. This is a real job.
Let me get to the podcast, right? How did y'all have like the perfect chemistry too, right? So like, what made you get into like, man, I'm finna mess with this internet? Because so many people with your background are scared of the internet, and I'd be like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why would I'm with you? I looked up to Larry Hoover, all of them, man. The streets is gonna pay me for every minute, every time I had to fight, every time I had to run, get shot at, or anything. If I can make some money off of it, and if I can save a life by telling what it was like that, I'm gonna do it. So what made you have no problem with coming to the internet? Because I know people be like, oh, you can't be talking about back in the day. And stuff. Like, what made you do it?
Well, when I was in federal prison, I did a lot of reading. My mama I used to talk to my mama, Mr. Deeswood. Shout out to my mom. I used to talk to my mom, and my mom used to always say, hey, I never been to prison, baby. I don't know nothing about prison. I don't know nothing about nothing. As far as that world, only thing I can tell you to do is read. Just read everything. Just stay read. That's all she. When I talk to her, it's all she tell me. Are you read? Read. I'm sent you some books. Did you read them? Read. Did you read that? Did you read this? Yeah. Read. Okay. So the point is, I read so much. I just started reading about. As I got locked up in 2000. So as social media began to evolve and things began to evolve, I started reading about social media in the paper, learned about Facebook, learned about Instagram, learned about Snapchat and things of this nature. And what is this stuff? What it's about? And then men to come into prison and tell me about it. Oh yeah, you get on there, do some videos, you could talk, the stuff that you be doing in here. What I'm doing right now, I used to do in prison. I just wasn't on the screen. I just wasn't in front of the camera. I used to talk to the men in prison. I used to minister in prison. Hey, that's what I did. That's what I was good at. That was my strong suit, my mouth. My mouth was my strong suit. That's all I ever had was my mouth, So
you figured that out.
So So I said, okay, then. Well, I can go out there and do that. Well, I'm going out there and get on social media and do social media. Shoes, if I could get on there and give a good word or give insight or speak about my journey or uplift somebody or motivate and things of that nature. If I could do that on the spot,
I know you had a podcast, right? I just came across a video where you was at you was at my party and you was talking the Bible and you chopping it up with him and telling something, and somebody's catching, I'm like, he talking like he on a podcast or something. But I didn't know. I didn't even know you had one.
He talking like you on the podcast. Who is this?
And I'm like, he needs to be like, this needs to be posted on the pod. So I didn't even know that you was a trained, skilled professional at it, though. So it's like, okay. Where did the name come from? Because I got a name.
So initially started off with just Life Coach CW. So I mean, to get back to what you initially said, I am on Instagram. I have 3 different Instagram accounts. So it's Life Coach CW, it's God Bless the Real, and it's 2 Life Coach CW, and it's God Bless the Real. So I transitioned from Life Coach CW. So I have God Bless Life Coach CW. I do my life coaching, which is motivational speaking. It's also still about spiritual growth. You know what I do. The updates about Lil Durk, things of that nature. And then God Bless the Real came from, we just wanted to always, no matter what we talk about, I don't care what we talking about. We could be talking about you cheating, you messing with the women, we be talking about whatever. It all correlates. Everything we talk about, it's like an extension cord. It all correlates back to God. I don't care what we talking about. It's going to all correlate back to the Most High. I don't care. And then whatever topic you give me, I can always take it back to God. So our thing was, whatever we talk about, we want to always, correlate it back to the Most High, or give some type of spiritual understanding to it, where people when you move it out in life, you can always say, damn, okay, that go back to God. So I always give you balance. Because no matter what you're doing, you're always seeking balance. So that's why we came with God Bless the Real. Ultimately, we always seeking for God to bless the real. If you calling yourself a real nigga, real bitch, real whatever, street dude, whatever, man, you asking God to bless you. You asking for a blessing. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I guess you is. If you're saying like, hey, I'm one of the best at what I do, when you're saying real. So yeah, I guess you're right.
So you always asking God to bless you, man. Hey, that's all we came with. God Bless the Real. Leslie Steffens, the queen. I've been knowing her all my life. She was my child, my high school sweetheart. We disconnected when we was younger. She went her way, I went mine. I went to the streets. She went, into the healthcare field. And we did a whole, God took us all the way around and brought us all the way back around to each other. A hell of a story. If I give you that whole story, that'll take forever. But
we'll be back.
Nevertheless, he brought us back together, and it's a great chemistry. Hey, we get along well. Hey, our upbringings, it all correlates. It's all in conjunction. It's all incongruent. So
yeah, man. I need the net when you come back. Maybe she could come too, and we could just go in on some of the stuff like y'all do on y'all show. Like you said, I don't want nobody around me to agree with everything I say. Like, what is that? Like if we agree on everything, something is wrong. I love agreeing, but everything, like, come on, like some. So yeah, I will love it. But we gotta do this again, man.
I definitely think we haven't touched on a lot at all. I think we just touched the surface just a little bit. But nevertheless, I do. I'm gonna always get back to, hey man, I salute you. I salute what you're doing. I salute Hood Hierarchy. I think the city, our own, should get behind our own, prop up our own podcast men. We follow behind these other podcasters, people from New York, people from wherever. I call out some, I ain't gonna call them out because I really know I feel like I'm still giving them credit just calling out their name. So I'm not gonna even say their name on here and give them in defame Hood Hierarchy. So I will say, hey man, you in the top echelon. Don't never let nobody think you're not. As I always say to you, hey, keep going, keep doing what you've been doing. And that's just it. Hood Hierarchy is what it is, man. And I don't think no podcast. I haven't came across no podcast that do it like you. As far as keeping it hood, getting back with the men, breaking down the real. You know, I haven't seen it yet.
Man, that means a lot coming from you, brother. Definitely give me a hood hierarchy drop. Tell us where you're from, city, state, your name, and shout out hood hierarchy. You know, the stuff like you seen in the beginning.
Definitely. Life Coach CW. I am here. And I went to school for life coaching, but hey, I'm also I'm also from the streets. Hey, I have the lived experience. I don't call myself some old. I'm not the realest nigga alive. I'm not a self-righteous nigga. I'm just, hey, I played my role. I was the one that was buying the 8 balls. I was the one that was buying the quarter ounces. I was the one buying.
Hold on. We gonna come back again and do another one. I just need to put you in the credits. So just give us a quick one, because I gotta put you. You're gonna end up in the credits, especially if you do this good. But give it to me.
So I'm Life Coach CW from Chicago, Illinois. West Side. Shout out to all the guys from the West Side and the South Side, but the men that raised me, the men that showed me love, the men that got me here, because the men got me here, the guys got me here. I didn't get myself here. Besides, no disrespect to the Most High, definitely the Most High first and foremost.
Okay, look, we gonna get this drop together.
All right, we'll get the drop together.
That's what you're doing. But I just need you to say.
Okay, let's see. Okay, as I said, we have.
Say you, boom. You know what I'm saying? Say you, say the podcast, and shout out to Hierarchy. We out here.
Shout out to Life Coach CW. Shout out to you can tune in to God Bless the Real every Wednesday. We live. God Bless the Real. I drop a video. I drop a motivational video. Life Coach CW every day, every morning. You can follow me on all platforms. Instagram, Facebook, Reels, wherever. I'm everywhere. They never there. You hear me? That's my saying. I shall to go to Created by Queen business. And
oh no, you're doing great. But I'm gonna play one for you to show you what I want, because you're doing great.
Okay.
But you gotta give me what I need.
I'm a rookie here.
You finna get Coach on there?
Hey,
you gonna get Coach on that hood hour?
Hey, man,
you gonna put him on there?
Country's already on there.
Man.
Already been on there.
He needs episode 2.
Episode 2.
It's your girl Naomi Javinci, and you is right here with the one and only hood hierarchy. You already know.
Oh man, look, man, OG Tulo, man, the Coke Talker, Houston. You know what I'm saying? 8 times.
That's good enough. Just something like that. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. What the freak?
Yeah, man. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say from the get-go, man. Just give me my official shout out, man.
Oh yeah, I just said drop. My bad.
Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hood hierarchy, man. It don't get no bigger, man. Man, hoods of the hoods, man. Chi-Town, stand up with hood hierarchy, man. Stand up, man. I'm telling you right now, hood hierarchy, man.
Now that was perfect, but it's your name.
The best that's doing it out here, man. Life Coach CW, man. Hood hierarchy, man. Tune in, man. All the time, all day, every day, man. Hey, we trying to send them viral every chance you get.
And that gets you in the credits. See y'all, it's that simple. Hey man, I really appreciate you, brother. The only reason, y'all, that I be trying to cut it, because I like to throw these on the radio. So that's the only reason I can't keep going. Because I could talk to this dude all day, I'm telling you. So yeah, we just gotta do some more, man, because it's just so much.
You get me in live. I'll come in and sit on the couch with you, man. You know, I think the energy is better, man. We come in live and personal, man. You know,
we gonna do that, man. It's just so much to talk about, man. Tell them where to find you at again, though. Tell them where to find you at before we get out of here.
Yeah, I'm on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, my podcast. God Bless the Real and Life Coach CW on YouTube. Go to my YouTube page, Life Coach CW and God Bless the Real. And that's where we at, man. And also go to createdbyqueen.com, man, because I do need them dollars too, man. Go to createdbyqueen.com, CWEEN, Queen, CWEEN.com.
Yeah. And of course, salute to the real Slim Ballin'. We didn't get to you. My partner D Sturgis in the building. Salute to you. But if y'all not supporting the Life Coach CW, y'all know the rules. I'm sick of it. Y'all know what it is. So we hit it one way only. I ask you, what's the hood? You tell us where you from, what your block. You not just the city, your neighborhood. We want to know where you from. I say, what's the hood? You say your hood. We out of here. So what's the hood?
I'm going with 16th and Homan, man. What's the hood? 16th and Homan, man. Trumbull and Douglas, man, all day long.
Bread, getting bread, just getting bread, getting bread, just getting bread, getting bread. Ain't no bread, just witness bread. Ain't no bread, play witness bread. Ain't no bread, just witness bread. Ain't no bread, just getting bread.